with today's moon in Libra, and then later in the day, the moon going into Scorpio, we have a focus, another day, third day in a row here of a focus on relationships. So, and as the moon goes from Libra into Scorpio, we go from more surface experience of relationships, the more superficial stuff, how we communicate, what we do together, a little bit more just the experience of being and sharing, that Libra is, that reflection of our thoughts and our feelings from another perspective. That's the energy of Libra. And then when the moon goes into Scorpio later in the day, we go into a deeper, more feeling oriented place. So that's where we can build these deeper places of connection, of trust, of intimacy, and it comes from a place that's not logical, that dwells within us from that place of Scorpio feeling, and how our needs get met at deeper levels, because that's where we feel things. It's where we transform. I'm Marina Ormes, here with your Astro vibe for Monday, August 21st. And yesterday I was sharing about yesterday was August 20th. I'm going to try and include the dates when I refer to a past video, thanks to a comment from one of my listeners. So with yesterday's video, I went a little bit more in depth on the Mercury retrograde that's coming up in a couple of days here. It will be midday for me, US Pacific time on Wednesday. And so that shift of Mercury going retrograde. We also have the shift of the sun going into Virgo. We also have the first quarter moon forming late night Wednesday, early morning Thursday. So some a little bit of energetic shift coming up. We've also been having these deeper background themes of Pluto squaring the lunar nodes, or the lunar nodes squaring Pluto, because technically the lunar nodes move more quickly than Pluto. So they're the one moving in relation to Pluto more specifically. So the lunar nodes squaring Pluto, bringing in deeper karmic work for all of us human beings. It impacts everyone in the collective. It impacts us on a personal level, as well as for the greater whole and society. We're working through getting things right, karma, reckoning, consequences. Still have Pluto in this late Capricorn, one of the later degrees of the sign of Capricorn. So there's this feeling of consequences, accountability, but also some karmic reckoning. So for us, that might look like challenges showing up in your life to remind you, right? It's a gift. It might not feel like it in the moment, but it is a gift reminding you to get in alignment with your true self. So for you, what does that mean? Does that mean taking a deep breath and checking in with your heart, instead of, letting your mind draw conclusions before you really have all the facts? Or is it taking care of yourself so that you're more rejuvenated and re-energized to be able to think more clearly, to respond more effectively, more powerfully? So that those are all things that might be going on for you and that's that bigger picture transit of the karmic lunar nodes to the Pluto, the planet of transformation, death, and rebirth, and some of the tragedies that are happening in the world can really activate some of those places of of reckoning, of consequences. Like, what kind of world have we created? Is this the kind of world we want to keep creating, or is there some course correction we could be doing to better serve the process of healing, of caring for one another, of taking care of the beings on the planet, whether they are human beings or otherwise beings, all the beings, plants, and spirits that are here on the world, and how do we want to be taking care of this sacred home that we have. And so consequences, of past actions, past choices, past ways of being. And again, that shows up in the collective. It can also show up in your personal life. So whatever challenges are showing up for you personally, again, it's not there to devastate you. It's there to wake you up, to remind you of who you need to be. And it's not about failure. Watching out for that potential for self-criticism with Mercury in Virgo about to go retrograde. Watch for any judgments you might have about yourself, because it's not about that. It's really about you being humble to the bigger process and asking yourself, what can I do? How can I shift my way of being? How can I take care of myself in a way that allows me to participate in this world in a creative, healing, transformative, positive way? So, okay, and some of that is right. We're going to a deeper place as the moon shifts later today into Scorpio. So with the moon, the energy of the moon in Libra, it's bringing a focus to relationships, and then we shift into the moon in Scorpio that takes us to a deeper place in those relationships, and how that experience of working together, which is what relationship is. It's collaboration, partnership, the ability to, I have what I have to offer, you have what you have to offer. How can we bring that together to be even, what is it? The whole is greater than the sum of the parts, right? So we're better together. That's the merging energy of Scorpio. And so it's an invitation for us to heal any, to reconcile. In Libra, we reconcile, and we get on the same page. We find common ground. And then in Scorpio, we deepen into a foundation of self-trust, of trust in our partners, trust in the people we work with and interact with. And whether they're intimate partners or people you barely know, there's still the need for working together and being effective together. So Scorpio is an invitation to ask yourself, who do I need to be to work more effectively? And some people are not going to get it, and those are not people that you want to spend a lot of time and energy on. That's where you need boundaries. Like, this is not helpful. This is not healing. This is not helping me shift or transform or share and shine my creative light in the world. So don't give a lot of energy and time to something that's not supporting, or, if the whole is not helping you be more than you are on your own, then maybe that relationship isn't a good use of your time and energy. However, for the ones that are, there's going to be some healing that needs to happen within the relationship, right? Some clear communication, some willingness to listen, some showing up with an attitude of love, even if you don't know what the answer is. Like, I don't know how we're going to resolve this, but I come with a loving intention for a positive outcome. And sometimes that's all it takes to let go of our thinking about what, our thinking that might be getting in the way. So showing up in your relationships with an attitude and a willingness for a positive outcome without having to control or understand or know what to do. That is how Scorpio helps us transform, and the Scorpio moon might take us into a place of some deeper feelings. As we work through that, we can also have that rebirth experience, that transformation, that healing that unfolds in magic and mysterious ways. We just have to sort of you know, create the ground the way you would for you're putting a little seedling in the ground, and you're giving it all the nourishment, the conditions, all the qualities that it needs, but you can't make that seedling grow. The seedling has to, you know, it's going to do what it's going to do. So that's what we want to think about with our relationships. It's like, I'm going to create all the right conditions, the positive intentions, the loving presence, the willingness to see what I need to see, to listen, the willingness to say what I need to say. And that might facilitate some shifts in your relationships that help to build a deeper trust, possibly a deeper intimacy with your partner, and certainly a better ability to work together. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Ormes. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check back. I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care, from the moon and what the moon is doing to the bigger picture of the outer planets, trying to give you what you need to know to work with the energies that are showing up. All right. See you next time. Bye for now.